I've spent 3 months being told that I have trigeminal neuralgia after going to an ER because I was having severe headaches where I was having this pulsating feeling down the front of my forehead into my eye. Later it was a pulsating feeling in my right cheek, and they said, this is classic trigeminal neuralgia. That's what you have at the ER. Go to the headache clinic. I go to the headache clinic. They're like, oh yeah, you have trigeminal neuralgia, but we're gonna do an MRI just to confirm that there's not like something really bad where the trigeminal nerve is being pressed on, and this could be really bad. You might need brain surgery to solve the problem, which I'm like, okay, great, yeah, let's do brain surgery instead of having to take gabapentin or some sedating medication that makes my coordination worse. I don't want to do that. So yeah, if I need surgery, let's do surgery. Well, after 2 MRIs, because they did the wrong MRI the first time, they say, okay, we're going to refer you to neurosurgery. Neurosurgery calls me weeks after the referral and say, we don't see anything indicating you had trigeminal neuralgia. We don't know why you're referred to us. We're going to cancel your case. If you have questions, please go back to the headache clinic. Do I have a headache clinic follow-up scheduled right now? No, I don't. I'll have to call them. And on top of that, neurosurgery had previously talked to me when I told them about all my other symptoms that I thought, there's something going on. They said, oh, we think that your L4, L5 from your spondylolisthesis is pressing on a nerve potentially or causing compression issues, and that's causing the nerve pain in your legs where, I'm walking for 5 minutes, my left leg goes completely numb, I get a weird pain, it goes stiff, I can't move. Anyway, point is, they think that could be that, so they said, we're gonna refer you to neurospine. But they said, but we're gonna talk to Dr. Ellenbogen, the head of neurosurgery at Harborview in UW first. We're gonna talk to him, and then we'll get back to you. That was 3 weeks ago. I've messaged neurosurgery and said, are you still referring me to neurospine? Because I would really like to talk to them because this is a major problem. I can't walk for long distances. It's gotten to the point where I actually just went to a physical therapy appointment with a neurophysical therapist, told her about all my mobility problems, and she's like, I really want you to get a walker. I'm 32 years old. I'm being told I need a walker. I did order a cane. I was, I'll use a cane, but the problem with using a cane for me is that I'm hemiplegic. I can't use my right hand. So I have to hold the cane in my left hand, which is my only good hand, which means I have to put it down every time I want to carry something, like a cup of coffee, if I want to open the door. Yes, they have the canes that stand on their own, but I can't carry a cup of coffee and use a cane at the same time. It doesn't seem important, but to me as a 32-year-old, it matters and it bothers me that I just don't want to be this way. I want to be normal. I want to be able to walk and live my life. So the physical therapist recommended a European style walker. I looked one up. It was very affordable on Amazon. I ordered one. It's coming in the mail. It's just a backup. I'm probably just gonna have it in my car, and then just if I go on really long walks or something, just use that. It has, a seat and a tray. But I'm still trying to get neurosurgery to contact me again because I reached out to them multiple times asking about the referral to neurospine, and they haven't gotten back to me. Still waiting on that. And in the meantime, I had a dysautonomia episode. So for those who watch my channel, you know that I was having instances where I would almost faint. It was like weekly. I would get up in the morning, I'd be fine, drink my coffee, start getting dressed, standing at the mirror, and all of a sudden, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Sometimes I see black spots. I have to lay down. I get like heart palpitations. I get all sweaty. It's very disorienting. I did find out earlier this year that Latuda, my medication for bipolar medication, can sometimes exacerbate dysautonomia symptoms. I figured this out myself by lots of Googling, lots of questions. I figured this out myself. So I talked to my psychiatrist. We ended up lowering my Latuda medication to a degree where I'm still getting the benefits for my bipolar, but I wasn't having those dysautonomia fainting spells anymore until this morning. I'm gonna have to reach out to neurosurgery, tell them about this, but As I mentioned in a previous video, I did go to a carrier syringomyelia conference hosted by the American Syringomyelia and Carrier Malformation Awareness Project, ASAP. It's a conference I go to. I've gone to twice, and it's a great organization. I met a doctor there. She came up to me and said, "Have you had autonomic testing?" Now, I hadn't talked to this doctor previously. I hadn't told her about any of my previous symptoms. She just saw the redness on my arm and came up to me and said, this is an indicator of an autonomic issue. I'm like, it's funny you say that. And I give her a brief synopsis of how I tried to get a dysautonomia diagnosis, and I had my tilt table test, and they said it was inconclusive. And she's like, here's a list of tests. She wrote out in my notebook, here's a list of tests you should get done. Here is a doctor in Seattle, can possibly help you. She's in neurology. Contact her. So I didn't do it right after the conference when I got home, but I did call her this morning. So I called, left a message, hoping they'll get back to me. But it was just like so reassuring that a doctor saw me and just saw that I needed help, saw that there was an issue that I've been trying to tell my doctors, and my doctors have been saying, oh no, it's a vestibular problem. It's not an inner ear problem, it's more, anyway.